Hi, welcome to MSD Ignition. My name's Ed Monty. We'd like to take you for a quick factory tour. We have one building across the street, which is our production building, 120,000 square feet. This particular building is our administration and tech, and it's over 60,000 square feet. In this main building, basically what we have is anything from our sales and marketing crew, which includes our graphics department, tech department, customer service, and tech support. And one of the coolest features that we have as far as this main building is our Dyno Cells. We do a lot of testing and R&D with these pieces, and let's go check them out. We have 4 Dyno Cells in total, which of the first 2 we primarily use for our domestic V8 applications. But in this particular one, we have our SuperFlow, which is our primary Dyno Cell. This one handles a lot of our R&D and our new product development. A lot of the times when you come through field ideas, we want to test them from start to finish, and this helps us get everything we need from our ignitions or from our new product ideas. Out here we have our full chassis dyno. Over there with the Raptor on, we have a Dynojet that's been testing all of our UTV and side-by-side new products. And that'll pretty much do it for our building 1, our main administrative building. Let's go over to building 2, our production building, and check it out. One of the first stops that we come to in our tour is something that a lot of people don't get to see. To make wiring harnesses, we go through almost 3 miles of wire a day. As far as manufacturing is concerned, MSD takes a lot of pride with our employees and with our sales teams out in the field. We do a lot of manufacturing in-house, so between crimp tools, crimp pieces, and crimp ideas that you guys run into out in the field, we'll tend to take it back to factory to make sure that you have a tight crimp for your harness, or as you see some of the manufacturing on the floor, a lot of it is done by hand to make sure that it lasts out in the field. One of the newest things at MSD that we started using is a wire board. With this particular wire board, we're now able to improve our accuracy and using our people to an efficient level so that we can have them hook up a harness any particular day, any particular afternoon, and use people as we need them. Now we flow into our board making processes. These are where you'll see our green boards, as in the ignition boards, where they're used in ignitions, distributors, and also timing controls. Once the ignition boards are set, they go into the test procedures where we'll have a technician come through and test each particular board before it gets a case up. We'll put it on the oscilloscope, make sure that all the components that are set up for the board at this point in time are in working condition, and we'll test for output and then move over to case up. After initial test, units are sent over to this section here, which is considered burn-in for us. Initially, they'll get stabbed into a case. Once they're in a case, we run through test procedures where every ignition goes through a burn-in, which is a heat cycle. It sets for a cooling cycle and then comes back for another burn-in cycle just to make sure that they're all in working condition. Every single unit that leaves the plant is tested this manner. Coming up, what we're going to do is hit the focus factory. As specialized as all of our products are, we have a particular department that's focusing on race-specific ignitions. Anything from NHRA drag racing to NASCAR, we have a small select few that come in and specialize with these units. Not only does Focus Factory build particular units, we also have a specialized crew that handles a lot of the tech calls that a drag race guy or a circle track guy, anybody that you guys see out in the field that's looking for a little bit of extra help on a particular unit, this side of Focus Factory will handle. This is Carlo Vasquez. He's one of our techs that also travels via the NHRA trailer and some of the events that we do outside. He's going to show us a little bit about the 44 amp mag that these guys test on the top fuel cars.
We literally load up a unit. We try to make it fail. That's why it comes in here. This is kind of like an extreme test so you guys could see or get an example of what it does. We're literally trying to jump that gap. And this coil is trying to push the voltage to try to jump that gap. Once it jumps it, it stays on for a period of time. What we're looking for is a good ground path to a ground system.
At MSD, we really inspire a lot of our manufacturing process from start to finish. We have a full group of welders, a full machine shop, and basically raw material pieces that we use in the support and manufacturing of distributor items. For example, before we send these shafts out for QPQ coating, which is the protective coating that all distributor shafts and advanced plates get, they're all built here in El Paso. They're welded here, the advanced plates are assembled, and set, I want to emphasize the full manufacturing capabilities that we have here in El Paso. We have quite a bit of machine shop area.
Most of the machines that we have here are capable of pretty much producing molds, prototypes, fixtures, jigs, and any kind of production that the company shoots at us.
We go through a lot of DuPont Rhinite, and for those of you who aren't aware of our accessory pieces, we have anything from caps and rotors for original equipment all the way through our race items and our distributor pieces. The DuPont Rhinite allows us to build our own caps to our particular specs. What you see behind me is a lot more of what you saw already in the machine. Weighing anywhere from 600 pounds or more, these are particular molds that we've built specific for our race community, our hot rod guys, and again, our general consumers. Coming up in this department is something that I think everybody will recognize. Spark plug wire department for us is a key player in the accessory role that we have in the performance side. This particular machine handles a lot of duties all in one shot. With the 8mm wire rolling through, it's set up to follow a prejudged length, cut, and is terminated all in one shot, ending with something pre-done that has already had a terminal installed, an open end for a universal wire set, and bundled for the next stage of the job. Right next to our spark plug wire department is our distributor department. What we're doing is basically taking a group of 3 guys working in shifts to build the distributor from scratch. These pieces are our movers, so they are constantly in use. We have our reluctors, we have the shaft install, we have a lot of the internal pieces set up already, and as we come around, the guys come in and insert the shaft into the housing, press fit in this particular case. We'll come in and test with the cap and rotor on, and then we'll spin the distributor just like we tested the ignition boxes, and every distributor is tested as it's packaged up and sent out as a mass bulk piece in any master pack for our distributors. Thanks again for joining us on our brief tour of MSD Ignition. You've seen how we build our ignition boxes from ground up, our distributors from raw material shafts, all the way through our sales and support of our focus factory to you, the customer. Everything's built here in El Paso, Texas, and we appreciate your support.